Hi, it's us.
Oh, what's your name?
Liz Glazer.
And I'm Jilberto Soto. And together we
We're
are
straight.
Oh, we got it good. Welcome to Pilot 1, Episode 1.
Episode 1, the pilot of Together We're Straight.
My name is, I was going to say Liz.
Yeah, and I'm Jilberto. My parents named me Jilberto in honor of our Mexican heritage.
Ooh, good job.
Thank you.
But this is a podcast where we're just talking. Right?
Yeah, we're talking about our lives. Here's the thing. In this episode, you're going to hear me confess something to Jilberto. Oh. And honestly, that's the reason I was like, I have to tell Jilberto something, but I want to tell him on camera. And then we started a podcast. That's the origin story of Together We're Straight.
That's like the best origin story ever.
It really is. And then we just kept going because it was fun. And Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to everybody out there. Happy Hanukkah to your fans. Merry Christmas to mine.
Yeah. Well, you are my Jewish friend, so.
Right.
Back at you.
I have a ton of Mexican friends. And we are dropping 3 episodes.
Oh, yeah. So I hope you enjoy.
Please do. You're gonna. It's fun. Yeah. It's good.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, so basically, I had pizza for lunch. I don't feel great about it. So I'm on metformin. Do you know that? It's like not like your face.
The what?
It's kind of a diet thing, but I'm starting not Ozempic, but Mounjaro. Do you know Mounjaro?
No, is this
tomorrow.
A tea?
What?
Is this a tea?
No, it's like
It's a shot?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Thanks. So I start tomorrow. And so I'm like, I spent my therapy session today talking about because my therapist, I've seen her for many years.
Yeah, like 14,
okay.
no?
18.
18. Well,
okay.
Who's
and
counting?
So, yeah, all of us.
But she is from her receipts.
Right. Totally. No, she's amazing. And so, but she really believes in my ability to use a drug to change my neural pathways. And so one of the things about Ozempic and Mounjaro allegedly is that it causes
We get sued. Every time you say allegedly, I think of Kathy Griffin.
Oh,
she always says allegedly after every
funny?
story. No, because she says stories about
right.
And she's always like allegedly, so she can get sued.
Yeah, hilarious. So anyway, but that's that. I wasn't gonna open with that. I have to.
No, but now
yeah.
I want to know.
Well, I don't know yet. It comes tomorrow in the mail.
Would you go into therapy to do a shot?
No. So therapy I just was in. And I've been talking to my therapist about possibly going on. We can just say Ozempic, but it's Mounjaro.
It's different.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're the same.
Okay.
But they're not.
Okay.
Okay?
I don't know the difference.
But people just talk about Ozempic. They don't talk about Mounjaro.
True.
It's like talking about Pepsi. Nobody does.
I do.
Oh, okay.
I grew up on Pepsi.
Oh, because Mexico?
No.
Is that Mexican Coke?
No, because I think that's like a Pacific Northwest thing.
Wait, I have to tell you something.
I
have to tell you something.
I think it is because it's Pepsi and Coke. But I would always say, can I get a pop? Which for me meant Pepsi.
Okay.
Versus Coke. Anyways.
A Popsy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So your wedding.
I'm gay.
Yeah, me too. Sorry to say.
But together we're straight.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good name for the podcast.
Together we're straight.
Together we're straight. Okay, so your wedding. I'm not going to disclose the location.
Please, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I've been thinking about doing a raffle of win free tickets to my wedding to sell more tickets.
Wait. So here's the thing.
Show?
I'm going to need to tell you that what I'm about to tell you is crazy. Okay. So you invited my daughter to your wedding.
Yes.
Which is a choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And she is excited to come.
I'm excited, yeah.
Okay. And because of that, that news and the invitation. Okay, so it was just holidays at my house, which means that my in-laws were over.
Yes.
They see the wedding invitation. They're like, who's babysitting for the baby at the wedding? And I was like, I don't know. And they're like, and my mother-in-law is like, well, I could. Then my father-in-law is like, I don't want to go to Mexico. There are cartels. Yeah, and I'm like...
Oh, it's in Mexico, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, but...
I don't care. Yeah,
okay, so that's what he said. And I'm like, I don't think they're looking for you.
Well...
Do you think they are?
No, but I could see like.
Okay.
I'll
Okay. Well, anyway, he's over that, I guess, because he's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Then I tell my mother this, and at first my mother's like, I don't think I could go to that, and I was like,
That.
okay. And then 30 minutes later, she's like, I thought about it. I would also like to come.
Oh my God.
Then my brother
This
is
good.
like, you know what? We actually
Not we.
could come, and we could bring his wife's mother, not to your wedding,
Yes.
but like, okay. And then my wife's brother and sister-in-law,
No.
and they're like, well, we're off from school. And so I'm like,
Wait, what?
how am I going to tell Gilberto about like 12 extra Jews that are going to be running around this hotel?
Wait, they're all staying at the same.
Well, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think,
think
we're
they
not
should.
using the code.
No, you should.
No, I don't want
Why?
to.
It doesn't.
Because
just-
I'm not trying.
No,
Here,
but can
my
I tell you
anxiety.
this? Can I tell you this? Why?
Okay.
It actually would benefit me in
Oh,
general.
okay.
I think just use the code if you can't.
Well, but
Just
I
use the
don't want
code.
you
Who
to
cares?
run out of rooms.
I don't think that's gonna be. I'll let me. You know what I will do? I will circle back and ask. But this is fantastic news to me.
It's a hilarious outcome.
I think this is fantastic news.
But it's like, as each person became like, you know what? I actually could come. I'm like, this is wild.
And so I'll just say it's in Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
And you have to say it like that.
Okay. I'll tell all of them.
Puerto
We're going to get on a
Vallarta.
Zoom.
But like I specifically chose that place because one, my brother got married there, but two,
Right.
because it's really friendly for Mexicans, but also for white people.
Okay.
And
well,
so
these people are all very
because
white.
I am marrying a white person,
Right.
and that's also two people.
We're here for Bob.
We're here for Bob. But that's the other thing too. Like I was like, people were nervous too. They're like, "Aren't you nervous because of
Okay.
cartels?" And I was like, "If there's anything New York has taught me, is how to keep my man from other men." So
Sure.
like, I'm pretty okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty okay with that.
Wait, so, but I
And
didn't even.
I don't think it's that dangerous. And actually, we did a lot of research too because
Okay.
Bob and I went to Mexico, like for the first. Well, I took him to visit my family and stuff, and they live in like rural Mexico.
Okay.
Like a pueblo town.
Right.
And so he got sick. Like
Okay.
he got a
yeah.
bug or something like that.
Right.
Which is like okay. And so
I feel like my entire party is going to get
no,
sick.
but see, we were researching because he was nervous. He's like, do I want to have my wedding somewhere I've gotten sick before?
Okay.
And he got sick in the little town that we were in
Yeah.
because we were around livestock. And actually,
sure.
we weren't because I said no on the form to come back to the U.S. We were not around livestock, and I
Sure.
do have more than $5,000 of goods on me.
Right.
But
Allegedly.
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 Oh, that's good. But the only reason I say it's because we did a lot of research,
Okay.
and actually Puerto Vallarta is one of like the safest
Oh.
places to go in Mexico in terms of like water and food and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like good. It has a good like sewer
Okay.
system and stuff like that.
Right.
And so he
Yeah.
actually feels a lot more comfortable there.
Okay.
And we actually went. We went to Mexico many times and he was fine.
Yeah.
Your family's gonna be fine, and
Yeah.
the place we're staying at is very nice.
No, I know it's very nice, but I didn't think it was about nice or not nice. I just thought it was like different.
No, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
To me, I wasn't like
Wait, this is really fun.
It's so hilarious.
Oh my
because
God.
Because when I said
I'm
it to
having
my
a wedding at a family reunion. Like,
it's so embarrassing. But the thing is, it's because like, you know, everybody's like, okay, well, Eloise, it's like Eloise takes Mexico,
yeah.
you know? And so that's, and I guess people are off and it's like this time
I didn't
that's
know
like,
people were off
I didn't
then.
either. I was like, cause once Karen's parents were coming,
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, well, my mother, like you can't do one side grandparent
No,
without the other side.
yeah.
You can't do
No.
that. And then once that was happening, I'm like, you know, I said to Karen, I was like,
Yeah.
you probably should tell your brother.
Yeah.
Because like, then it's your whole family without your brother. And then I was like, and also my whole family without my brother. So
No one can feel left out.
We each told our brothers,
so funny.
thinking not that we didn't want them to come, because that's not true. But it's like, what are the odds that like our siblings are also going to be like, you know what? Yeah,
Let's
we're
do
it.
it.
Right. And so anyway,
this is
so
fun. It's
isn't
like
it?
an excuse. Wait, is everyone gonna? Did you guys book your flights yet?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
yet.
I wonder if we're all gonna be on the same flight. That'd be fun.
I hope so.
That'd be really fun.
Well, we're going to fly with my mom,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
you know, and then, yeah, I don't know what flight everybody
I'm
else
glad
would
that
do.
you waited until now to tell me
That's
this.
what I thought. Well, that's why I was like, I have to do it on the podcast.
Yes.
Like, we have to create a podcast in order for me to tell Gilberto this.
About all this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'll be looking at my RSVPs.
Yeah. Well, not to the
No,
wedding.
I actually saw.
Not
I
to
saw the
wedding.
RSVP.
Yeah.
It was you.
Just the
Yeah,
three of us. Yeah.
Who's won?
Because I mean, my thought for that is like Eloise doesn't stay up past 7, and so like
Yes.
she'll
miss the big thing.
well no she'll stay a little bit, but then my in-laws can
Yeah.
just like come and swoop her.
Yeah. As long as she knows I got married, that's fine.
She needs
and she'll
to
be
see
there
it.
for the reception.
Correct.
Good.
She's going to officiate. Yeah. Okay. So that was like what I wanted to tell you. Number 1.
Okay.
And then number 2. Okay. So I feel like you've had experience with like internet comments that are unhinged.
Oh my god, I love it. I literally love it.
Yeah.
I'm not like the type of person that's like, oh my god, I like the hate. But every
Yeah.
single time someone comments on my videos, whether it's positive or negative, I honestly feel honored that they did it. Like
Yeah.
I just do, because I'm like, you could have literally trolled any other video, but you decided
Right.
this one.
Right.
That's special.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I've gotten to that point. I don't take it personally, but here's what has
Okay.
happened. Okay. So I did a set. It came out yesterday.
Yes, I saw it this
Thank
morning
you.
on my walk home.
Thank you for watching. Okay. And so it's on Nate Bargatze's channel,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel very honored, privileged, whatever. I really like the set. I very specifically was like, okay, his brand is clean.
comedy.
Like you know, you have to have like your grandma and your 9-year-old. Basically, my whole guest list to your wedding
Yes,
has to
everybody.
be able to like sit in the same room and be comfortable. Okay. And I don't curse on stage for the most part.
Yeah, you don't.
And I wouldn't say I'm dirty comic.
No.
But like I do have jokes and stories that have innuendo, and certainly that like talk about topics that are edgier.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, let me
Edgy, but still clean, if that makes sense.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Right. And I wasn't like trying to toe that line anywhere close to it. I wasn't being
didn't.
like I was like, oh, let me take this opportunity to like use this as a writing assignment to just be totally clean. Let me talk about my Aura ring. Let me talk about my voicemails and my old car and, you know, whatever. And it is so interesting to me. The comment, like I had, so the clip.
Oh, there's comment. I didn't read the
You
comment.
need to see these
Okay.
comments. Like the clip is literally about car keys.
Yeah,
car
yeah,
keys.
yeah.
Okay.
It's very controversial.
Apparently, but and like there are a lot of nice comments, etc. And of course, like we're always going to focus on like,
Yeah.
oh my god, the oh my gods, not the like yes. And people were like, oh my god, I really
Yeah.
relate or whatever. Fine, but anyway, so it is so interesting to me that people were like, how we don't care who you're sleeping with and da da da. And I see that in the comments and I'm like, wait, I thought they did the car key clip. And then I watch it back. And so I have I don't know if it's my lawyer brain or my OCD or whatever it is, but like, so I'm basically comparing two cars. We have my wife, Karen's car, which is a new car that does not have a key thing. It has a button.
Yes.
And I hate it.
Yes.
And then we have my car,
Which has
a
an actual
key,
key, yeah.
right? And as I'm telling the joke in the clip, I make reference to my wife's car and my car because I want to be able to differentiate. Like,
Yes.
what am I
It's
supposed to
part
call
of
them?
the
Like, we're
premise.
going to refer to them as A and B. Like, that's not a normal way to talk. And so I say, my wife.
You can't shove it down people's throats.
Right. And like the
Well,
thing is,
you?
the level of like she is a sinner and like she needs us to know who she's sleeping with. I'm like, if I could just tell you, if I could have pointed that car, this car, I would have done it. But it like
It
what
was,
am I?
it was necessary for the
Yeah,
joke.
I'm like, what did you want me to? I didn't steal the car. Why do I have another car? Why am I differentiating one car from the next? It's my wife's car. We
Why
have
couldn't
two
it just
cars.
be a friend? Okay?
Right?
That's what my mom said once. I was like...
Really? That's so funny.
Well, because it was when it first came out, and I go, Mom, like, what are you going to do, like, when I bring a guy, I introduce you to a guy, and she goes, well, I'm gonna treat him like any of your other friends. And I'm like, but he's not.
Right.
She goes, oh.
Right.
Like it didn't dawn on her at the time.
Yeah.
She's not homophobic most of the times.
Right. Neither are these commentators.
But it's funny because I did watch the clip. And I watched the whole tape.
Yeah.
The whole thing. And
Yeah.
I noticed that when you said, I'm gay.
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
The crowd
Nothing.
went, what?
Yes, I know.
But I thought this was supposed to be clean comedy. It's like you can be a clean person.
It's also like so funny because like I mean I don't know that you and Bob identify this way, but like I would say that Karen and I identify as boring more than we identify as gay, and we're boring.
It's like the most boring thing to be
I'm
in a
asleep.
relationship.
Yeah.
It's like literally like when you're off your whole like cycle, you know what I mean? You have a pattern.
Right.
When you're off your pattern, that's like it creates like friction, at least for us it does.
Yeah.
When we're on our pattern, we really love it. That's boring as hell, but it's so comforting.
No, I love
I
it.
can talk about love all the time.
Totally.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. But
like-
it was so interesting. So like from this clip about car keys, there was so much why doesn't she just be a man? I'm going to read you one or two of these. And I was saying that my
You
Face
should respond
ID.
to them. Why don't you be a man? Like sexuality is a spectrum.
Well, my thing, I don't like to respond angrily or like mean in comments. And so if I have something to say that's like genuine, I can comment genuinely, then I do. Okay, so somebody's like, your wife, you should try a man. He has a key that you would pay more for if you tried it once. Which I'm like, this was supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be clean. It's literally about a car key without any innuendo. I meant the literal key.
Do you know what it is? This is my hypothesis.
Yeah.
Once you mention the word gay, straight people automatically think sex.
But
automatically think like they already envision you doing the dirtiest thing possible when I literally just lay there most of the time.
Curious, this is from Susan, someone. Curious why so many alphabet community members are so narcissistic that they think others care about who they sleep with. I'm like, Susan, thanks so much for your comment.
Thanks.
I said it. My goal here, well, because engagement is engagement. My goal here was really to explain whose car it was I was using, where I noticed the differences between mine and that car. It's interesting to me, this has anything to do with who is sleeping with whom, as that was truly not in my consciousness when thinking about car keys. And she responds, sure. ... And I'm like, Susan, I don't think this is about me.
Can Susan follow me? Do you know what her comments and my videos would be? They would be amazing.
Well,
it would be amazing.
Here's the thing: is like it's I feel very thankful that I had never gone viral before my Israel-Palestine joke clip, and
which is a great joke.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Also very dirty,
filthy, and I feel grateful for that because the comments on that were so off the wall.
Oh, were they? I didn't.
Oh my God! You would think they're negotiating peace deals in the comments there. It's crazy, and so it's like because
you should really see the clip.
Oh yeah, sure. No, absolutely. It's on my Don't Tell Set, whatever. Yeah. And so, but because that was my first experience with it, I feel lucky for that because I was able very easily and naturally to detach personally from anything anybody said in the comments, because I'm like, this is an ages old conflict. Yeah. It has nothing to do with you.
It usually never does. It usually never does.
Right. And I believe that, but sometimes, like somebody said, here was one I was proud of this response. And I'm only just reading because I really do want to get
as a lawyer, you have
right.
to be very true.
Well, yeah, it's really the same reason that I was talking about my wife in the clip. Okay, so somebody, Vazana, who looks like a man, but kind of a female name, just saying. But anyway, there's so many, like people are like Tim Dillon on Ozempic. And I'm like, actually,
sorry.
I get a lot of, I'm like, first of all, I love Tim Dillon. That's like the kindest. I think he's amazing. Somebody's like, what happened to Tim Dillon? I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's thriving. But they're like Tim Dillon on Ozempic. And I just was like, I love Tim Dillon. And obviously I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like go in the fray of like getting with that, but I was able to share about my own medication. So I said it's actually metformin, but tomorrow starts Mounjaro. So anyway, I just want to make sure that the right brands are getting noticed. So Vizana says, was a joke in there. And so I said, because that's like, I bring this up because that's a little like closer to like, oh, this, could this be hurting me? Yeah. And so I said, thank you for what.
Thank you.
First of all, thank you for what I'll assume is your genuine curiosity, because I always like to assume that, at least when I'm writing it down. So here I would say there are punchlines which get laughs. And to the extent that this is funny to someone, it's probably due to a combination of it ringing true and my being as amped about car keys as I am. I encourage you to watch the full set to see what this is setting up. And so it's just like, I like when someone's like, this is bad, no, not funny. Okay. Like, could I be offended by that? Or whatever the word is, like hurt, I think more than offended. Sure. But I think because I've had the experience, only a short time of it, of having comments be so not about me, that essentially any comment that comes in, I'm just like, how is this about you? And that's what I first think. Yeah. And so, so there's a lot about like, she thinks she's a man, you know, whatever, like that type of stuff. And like, somebody also was like, wow, Paul Reiser, like time hasn't been kind to Paul Reiser. And I said to that one, this I remember, I think by heart, I was like, first of all, I saw Paul Reiser like a year ago. He was amazing and looks amazing. And I love him, which I do. I don't know him personally, but he did once stop by my open mic in Los Angeles. Oh, very terrible open mic. I offered him stage time. He's like, no, thank you. But I saw him like on a theater stage and he was fantastic. Unsurprisingly. I mean, this person does not know what a humongous fan of Mad About You and Bye Bye Love I am. Like, you call me Paul Reiser, I'm going to, and this is what I said, I'm like, if that's what you're saying, about Paul Reiser, he's doing great. Yeah. If what you're saying is that I look like Paul Reiser, I'm going to file that away as a huge compliment.
Well, of course.
I mean, so that's the thing, is like, it's interesting to me. I guess like my point of bringing any of this up is my like goal, I guess, in writing and doing this set was like, let me lean into the assignment of being clean in the way that this brand desires. And I do believe I did that. And what's interesting to me is that the people watching found dirty in clean.
You're gay, you're dirty.
Right.
Only you, though. I'm good.
Right? I know. But that's the thing that was so interesting to me, because I'm like, this is truly about my car. It is just about my car.
That's what you want us to think.
It's so wild.
Your sinner car.
Right. Yeah. Somebody did call me a sinner. Wait, hilarious. That's another.
Oh, what do you really mean about the key ignition? Really? My 2-year-old is watching this. How am I going to explain this to her or them?
It was
key goes into this ignition. You can't put two ignitions together.
Exactly.
Right.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's not how Henry Ford designed cars.
Being proud about sin is neither good nor clean nor funny.
No, but that's the thing. That's the flawed logic. You can just repent and you're good.
Fair. I should tell, what is that commentator? I should have memorized their name.
You should just repent.
Yeah. Brad Kelly.
People are crazy and like these guys, they'll say anything. Like, the other day, somebody posted on it. I posted a video about being like a spicy Latina, and they're like, they don't speak for all Latinas. Like, and I go, I never said I did.
Right.
And so I started fighting with this person.
Okay.
But then I saw we had mutuals.
Oh, who?
Right? So other comics. So I messaged them and I go, who is this person? Mm-hmm. And because then he's like, you know what? You think you're so funny, but I'm from the streets. And then my friend's like, no, he really is from the streets. Like, he's from Bronx. You should back down. I go, okay, never mind.
That's so funny.
I stopped engaging after that.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? There's like, I will just say this about like, like, actually, it happened to me yesterday. I was on stage and I did my joke of like, I said older white gays aren't like, they're the worst type of gays to have because they're very conservative and close-minded and they understand simple things like gender identity.
Yep. Same.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so I set up that premise and I'm like I asked him,
Yeah.
You know, was it? Oh, what? Like I asked about his hookup. I was like, how was he? And he corrected me quickly, and he goes, they were good.
Sure.
And then an older lady who happens to be white, very white, was like, yeah, I never understood why they say that either. I go, this is not a trans joke. I promise you.
Right.
The punchline to that is, you know, if took a week for me to realize it was a 3-way.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so like, but she like really was on the trans thing because like that's all they think about.
Yeah, it's so odd to me, and I think because
I guess that's all I think about.
But really, it was not all. I mean, well, I just want to self-examine here. Like, I think that the reason I'm noticing it as much as I'm noticing it is because I specifically
wanted to be clean,
designed it to not be about that. Like,
and you did, yeah. But that's not what people hear.
No, I know. And so it's so interesting because, well, one, I had moments of like guilt. I'm like, oh, poor Nate. Like, he probably doesn't get all this homophobia any other day, and look what I've brought onto his page. Yeah. That's a thought that I had.
Comments and likes. Like, yeah, I'm sure he's super pissed off about it.
No, yeah, but that was like, I'm just being honest about like what my thoughts were.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's like, it's an interesting moment. I think because if it were, for example, like I have another clip that is about, you know, how Karen and I decided who not to have a baby, who to have a baby. Yeah. If this were in response to that,
you
fine.
Would make sense, yes.
I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But this is like literally about my Ford Escape.
You said no. You
right?
said wife's.
Yeah.
Ford Escape.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. It's so interesting.
It's wife's.
Right.
But there can be two wives.
Yeah.
In some states.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, according to all of these Susans.
And it's like, you had to watch the whole clip. You know, it's just, it's kind of weird who gets targeted for these type of things.
Yeah. Well, it's so interesting too, because as I was making the choices with like the people from, you know, the production end, which clips are we going to do and all that, it did not occur to me, nor I don't think to them, that it was like the wife thing in the car joke at all. You know, and then
How
that's
about if it did occur to them and they're like, that's exactly what we want?
Well, maybe it did. And if that's what they want, then okay. I mean, it happens to be doing very well. It hasn't been up 24 hours. It has over 300,000 views. So it's like really,
that's great,
I guess. But I mean, I'm just saying,
the
it's
comments like coming.
Well, yeah, I do respond. I think of it as like watering a plant.
Like not a lot of people come up to me, but this happened in time, and they're like, "Oh my God, I love your videos," and I go, "Oh my God, yeah, thank you so much." I'm like, do you like them?
Right.
And they're like, "No, yeah, I like them." I'm like, "But do you also comment?"
Oh yeah.
And they're like, what? And I was like, because a comment's basically like 2 points.
Yeah.
A like is 1 point.
Right.
A view without a like or a comment's -1.
It's rude.
Yeah, it's rude.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should comment. I don't care what you comment.
Yeah.
So they're doing you a favor.
Do you ever think when you're watching something and you don't like it that you're being mean? Because I do.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm a liker, hyper liker.
Oh.
I've like liked someone's post in traffic.
Oh, I'll like it. Well, no, that's not true. I won't like it. I'll like anything for people I like.
Okay. Oh, sure, sure.
So if you didn't get a like from me, you should.
Do you ever have like OCD about liking something? Like, oh, I have to like it or else, you know, whatever OCD stuff.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I have to.
Because then I start making that story up in my head of like,
course.
If I don't, what do they think about?
Oh, mine is just like ethereal, like people are going to die.
Oh.
Yeah.
No one's going to. Well, they are going to die.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of let that go.
Yeah. Wait, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Okay, so last night,
and I believe if I say no to ghosts, then ghosts will show up. And I feel like if I say yes, I've recognized them and they won't show up.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
then,
I believe in ghosts.
Well, I allegedly, ghosts have the same frequency as electricity. Like that's like documented in the movie Ghost and Ghostbusters, at least 2.
Okay,
probably one.
Cite.
I don't. Yeah, like it's like that's like.
I've never seen Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 2 really scared me as a child.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't sleep for a year. As I remember, it was probably a week. You know how like in your childhood, it's like, oh my God, for 5 years, and it's like minutes. But anyway, so I'm very scared of whatever. But my dad died, so he could be a ghost.
Yeah,
He's like a ghost I know.
Yeah.
And so last night I mentioned him on stage, which isn't weird for me, but it was like a little bit of a different joke than I normally do about him. It's kind of a throwaway riff, whatever. Maybe he didn't like it. I wouldn't be surprised. He wasn't a huge fan. But then I'm in my house, and there are some lights in my house that there's like 2 switches, like upstairs and downstairs.
I know what you mean.
And then some that it's only one.
It's called room in New York.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. It's not like I live in a big house.
It's
yet.
decent.
So,
It's decent.
you know, we talk about the addition constantly.
Wow.
It's
What
all
addition?
we talk about.
You're going to do an addition to the house?
Maybe. It's like we have an addition in our
You and
minds.
your wife?
I know. Exactly. It's gross. So, but we talk about it a lot, and we have like Pinterest boards about it, and like what's the addition going to be? It's like the safest topic that I have with my in-laws. Not that they're not dangerous.
No, I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, but it's like, you know,
it's
sometimes
good groundwork. Everyone can have a conversation around it,
and it's fun.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, what are ideas for this like theoretical thing that maybe will, you know? I mean, I hope it happens, but I think I would have to like sell some stuff.
Yeah,
you know, not like belongings, but like a movie or something.
Oh. Well, soon.
Yeah. So anyway, but so we have a switch. We have many switches that are just like one to this light. And I'm sitting on the steps, and I turned off all the lights downstairs, and then the living room light turns on. And I was like, for a second, I thought it was the one from upstairs that has a downstairs. And I was like, "Cat?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did you just turn on the light?" She's like, "What?" And she didn't. But then it wouldn't have even made sense because it's the one.
How boring does that sound, by the way?
Oh yeah,
No? Okay.
That's my life. So anyway, but it was just like my dad. So, and also on the week that he died, my parents, and this is it's like simultaneously more believable and less believable, but you know, lights that you just touch and they turn on?
Yes.
Okay. So my parents have those next to their bed.
Yeah, the lamps.
Yeah, we have them too, actually.
Oh.
So anyway, yeah, because we want to be just like my parents, straight. And anyway, so it was like right around when my dad died, and I'm in my parents' bedroom with my mom, just like, I don't know, I was about to leave, something like that, whatever. And then my dad's light goes on his side of the bed. And that one, my mom and I just looked at each other, we're like, he's here. Because like that was also within the period that, according to like, for example, the movie Ghost, you know, you have that week to like run errands.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like
I just saw that movie.
Yeah, like
too,
if it's like, okay, I didn't get to this, whatever it is.
Didn't get to this before I go.
I wasn't expecting to die. I have to go to CVS, like I have a prescription or whatever
Let's
it is.
pick up our prep.
Right, exactly. And so, anyway, so that was then, but like this was last night, but it is High Holy Days. So he could be like around. Anyway, I feel like I should go to the cemetery. It's like kind of the point.
Yeah,
So,
wait. Oh, so you think the light that was turned on in your house was his?
100%.
Got it.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so weird.
I will say this, like my partner's mom passed too.
Sorry.
I know, yeah. This is a grieving podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
No, and he has a plant that he's into plants, and she has a plant that when he went back to her place, he got, right? Because he wanted to keep the plant alive.
Okay.
This plant's only supposed to bloom
Okay.
once a year, which is around like Christmas time.
Okay.
But it blooms also around her birthday, and that's not supposed to happen.
Wow.
I
That's
know,
beautiful.
yeah, and I'm just like, okay, that's cute. Like I like that type of energy,
Right. Well, and my dad
right?
turning on a light here and there. It's like
But the ghosting, because you know what? Haven't you ever been asleep and then like maybe it's because Halloween, like you've been asleep and like you can feel a presence. No,
I've heard about that.
like I can feel a presence sometimes, and like I'm like if I move, like I want to move, but it doesn't let me move. It's weird. It's weird, and then I kind of just have to like stop thinking about it.
Doesn't this have a name?
Oh.
I've read about this. No, I have not
Insomnia?
experienced.
No.
No. It's like
happens
a
a lot.
thing. I don't know.
But I want to think that there's ghosts. So if there's a ghost
What?
around me, like and comment my videos.
No, but okay, maybe it's a ghost, but that I think is a physiological thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just let me believe in ghosts.
No, it could be. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like I read something that was like sort of close to that.
Well, let me tell you something that I did this weekend that I wanted to tell somebody. Well,
Okay,
I posted
thank you.
about it, but I think it's like
Okay.
kind of crazy.
Sorry
and,
if I
like,
missed it. If you
No, it's
posted.
okay. No, I think you liked it.
Oh, I did. I tried to.
We went upstate, right?
Yeah.
So Bob and
I saw your dot.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You did. So we went upstate. We like to rent a car to get out of the city.
Yeah.
And we went to like I'm really into like the Halloween mood and all that type of stuff.
Sure.
So I want to do something very like fall. And
Yeah.
so we went to like one of those like farms.
Yeah.
And it was like way too packed. I think because of a TikTok.
Yeah.
Obviously, TikTok does wonders.
Oh,
Like, that's how
yeah.
I found out about it. So that's how everybody else found
Sure.
out about it. And like we go in there, and I just found what was like the most random thing is people were lining up to pay to pick apples.
Yeah. I mean, we did it.
Like, did nobody tell them you get paid to do this now?
Right.
Like, I just like literally
these are the
people were
open
in
micers.
line.
Open micers of apple pickers.
Yeah, like
and
what?
you're a professional. And you are like a nepo baby of apple
about
picking.
it. But the thing is, like, I was like looking at them, and I was like, this is just like fucking crazy, because like seriously, it's not an experience, and it shouldn't be an experience.
Right.
And it wasn't even like a real way to pick apples. Like the way you pick apples are you have like one of those big ass like ladders that you have to take and put in between different trees so you can grab between both trees to fill up your bucket.
Oh yeah, but
to
you
then
don't
walk
go
down
with
with
a
it.
bucket.
Yes, you
But
a
there's-
little bag.
Right.
And all the trees are like I don't know, maybe 6 feet tall, so they're
Yeah.
not that tall. So you need no
Right.
ladders. And I was just like, we're whitewashing my experience.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah. So did you like go to work when you were there?
Yeah, I started fixing people's forms. No, but it's just like, you know what? I think if you're going to do that, you should do it from like start to finish. You should like learn how to plant the apples, thin the apples, and then pick the apples.
What is thinning the apples?
So when the apples like are growing, they bunch up.
Yeah.
And so you thin the bunches so they have room to grow.
But how do you do that?
You just not like let's say there's
So
like
that's,
5. You just
right.
take 2 off from each side so they have room to grow.
Oh, okay.
And that's what you do
When picking.
when picking. That's what
Okay.
I was doing at 14 years old.
Wow.
And I saw 14-year-olds doing the same thing but paying to do it.
Right.
And so who came on top of that?
Yeah. Hopefully it's like people from Mexico own these farms.
Yeah,
That's what I would
That's usually
hope.
what happens.
No, but like that would be the more like just way for the world to exist.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like, okay, fine.
Yeah. But then after that, we like to go and go to a real Target, like a suburbia Target.
Good.
You know what I mean? And we spent 3 hours there, and I felt so frivolous because I spent $50 on 2 pillows. That's
not bad.
It's
No, because now pillows, you can spend like a lot on a pillow.
I know, but like they're decoration. Is that a word?
Yeah.
They're like decorative pillows.
Yeah.
Because of my dyslexia, which is a different thing. Decorative pillows, but for the holidays.
Oh.
I want to say Christmas, but holidays since we're together.
Please don't not say Christmas. Can we have a Christmas episode of this podcast?
Yes.
Christmas is my favorite holiday of all of the holidays. Okay. I love Christmas.
Okay.
No non-Christmasing Christmas in this podcast.
I mean, I'm fine either or. I do like holidays because I like to be inclusive, but I also like.
That's what I don't want any other holidays discussed. Only Christmas.
Okay.
I don't mind Easter either because there's a nice
But this
brunch.
is how Mexican I am.
Okay.
Like, I grew up in Yakima. I didn't know there was any other holidays but Christmas.
Me either.
I just didn't know. And so I come to New York and like
the best place for Christmas.
The best, but I've started to learn about this because like I used to live in a doorman building and I learned all these holidays because the elevators were shut off during the holidays, or at least the elevator like services. I mean, like you can't move in and move out during like the holidays. And I didn't know there's that many holidays until I moved to New York. And we're in one of these buildings where they tell you about all the holidays that are happening.
In the elevator.
And the elevator is.
In this building, we celebrate holidays.
Literally, like what is it?
In the elevator.
Rosh Hashanah?
Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur.
I mean, we couldn't move in or out.
Right,
and I didn't know that was a thing until they posted about it. So there you go.
Totally. Wow.
I know.
Okay, but like.
We'll have a Christmas episode.
Okay, we're going to have a lot of episodes because this is fun.
Yes.
So tune in.
It's the only way we're going to be able, like we decided we can't speak until we come here.
Correct. Well, it just kind of worked out that way.
Okay.
This week.
Yeah.
But I think that's fine.
I think so.
Great. Okay. Is it done?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Thank
This
you.
is a journey.
It is.
This is a big journey, but thank you for watching.
And listening to
Together We're Straight. Don't forget to subscribe and share and like
share
with
it,
everybody.
Comment. Leave a 5-star review.
Please.
Send a gift certificate.
We should drop our Venmos.
Oh my God. Yeah, sure. At Liz-Glazer.
And at Jilberto S.
Okay. I'll take money. You want to send me money? You think I'm going to say no? No. Thank you.
Thank you.